I want to go now to Colby Thielen. He's live nearby. Colby, what's the latest?
Good morning. As you can see back behind us, fire crews continuing to work on the north side of this apartment complex. But really within the last 20 minutes, the latest development is the traffic that is picked up here on Northwest 63rd Street. Of course, this was closed for much of the night, overnight, as they ran lines across Northwest 63rd. They had to open it back up. We talked with police early this morning. They said they know how busy this area is, how many people commute through this area. They knew they were going to have to open up a couple of these roadways. They worked to do that around 6 o'clock this morning, and right now traffic certainly picking up quite a bit out here. In fact, it's standstill at times right here as you're heading west on Northwest 63rd Street. Now, again, keep in mind Western is still closed between 63rd and Classen, and the reason is because that's where fire crews took all of their apparatus. They had to run the lines across Western. They still have their checkpoints set up over on Western, so that's going to be closed through much of the morning and likely through much of the day as they continue to fight the fire here on this side of the building as well. So if you can, try and avoid Northwest 63rd. Otherwise, you might be sitting still here like many folks on their morning commute. We'll send it back to you in the studio.
Hey, Colby, real quick, can your photographer just pan over and let us see a little bit of that traffic? Because we know in the drive time, Northwest 63rd is one of the main thoroughfares across the northwest side of Oklahoma City. And there you're looking back to the east, and Western is not too far away there. But boy, I tell you, slow going. So that is westbound traffic right there. Just take an alternate route if you can.
Absolutely. Want to get out now to Tevis Hillis. She's also live at the scene. Tevis.
Well, Robin and Lacey, we've been talking about how this traffic is a heavy traffic place, I can't speak all of a sudden, how this place is really heavy with traffic. And right now, the area where I'm at is right in the Classen Curve Triangle. It's really a stop and go. People are wanting to see what's happening to these large apartment complexes that were supposed to open in just less than a few months. Take a look right behind me as there is still a ton of smoke happening right behind us right now. You can see the smoke is different from this morning. It's not as black. It's very light smoke, but from overhead, there's still supposedly flames, but what I can see right now is just that white smoke. We can see firefighters are pouring as much water as they can inside to calm down what is happening. You know, it is a changing situation. I have been able to speak to firefighters on scene. They say they can't go inside the building. They can only stay outside because they never know what's going to come down. Now, we know inside these apartment complexes, they were luxury apartment complexes. They were going from $1,100 to $4,000. And on the inside, they were pretty nice. There's photos on their website of just how nice they were. They had granite countertops. They had different types of seating arrangements for people who wanted to work on their computer. It was a very nice apartment complexes, and you could also see the windows on the outside are completely blown out, but you can see some of them are still there, and they have their brand new signs that they just were put in. Now, we know this has been being built since 2020. It's been 2 years, and we've been all expecting this place to continue to grow, especially businesses here at Classen Curve. There's Anthropology, there's Whole Foods, there's Flower Child. They all tell me that they were so excited to have these apartment complexes open because that meant more business for these businesses around Classen Curve, but this is going to look like a complete loss. We're still figuring out how much more needs to go in to make sure this fire is completely shut out. Just at 5 a.m. this morning, we saw flames coming out of the window. So, I mean, you never know when this is going to spark back up, but these guys are doing a great job. All OKC firefighters have been out here. We know there's been about over 80 men and women helping, so it's been a great thing to see the Oklahoma Standard. Everyone's joining together, but what they are asking you to do right now is steer clear of Northwest 63rd and Grand. Steer clear of this triangle area because, yes, it is a sight to see, but they really don't want to have another issue on their hands. Robin and Lacey, I'm going to toss it back to you all.
Tevis Hillis, we appreciate it. Let's go over to Caleb Califano. He's on the other side of the Canton. And Caleb, what's the point from your vantage?
Hey guys, good morning. Well, they are continuing to use these ladder trucks we've been talking about all morning as best as they can. We've got this one that's been spraying, excuse me. One thing they are doing is telling people on Grant right now, excuse me, to keep on moving. That's what you may have heard from that police officer right there. People are slowing down at this time and trying to just watch what's going on here with this fire. But to continue on to say, with these ladder trucks, you can see this ladder truck has been here now for the past couple hours, spraying water down onto this roof area, and they are now extending this ladder truck here, just trying to get a better angle to also continue spraying water down. As Chief Fulkerson said now, more than an hour and a half ago, they pumped more than 2 million gallons on this fire for the past 12 plus hours. I'm sure that number has only gone up, but just to reiterate, they're still working out here hard 13 plus hours after this initial fire started. And again, as that police officer you may have heard just said, people here going on Grant or Northwest 63rd need to keep moving, because if not, they're going to cause a lot of backup, and everyone wants to slow down, stop, and take a look at this fire. As you can see here with this ladder truck, they are just continuing to spray water on every single piece of this apartment complex. So fire crews are working hard out here, and we will update you as we learn more throughout the day. Back to you.